Of WMSC's Local Live from Anodyne on Walker's Point. Shout out to our in-house audience. Give yourselves another hand. You can watch along at WMSC.org as well as on WMSC's Facebook and YouTube channel. I'm absolutely thrilled to have Matt Wild from Milwaukee Record as my co-host this evening.
Well, thanks. Thanks for having me. It's great. I was just kind of wandering outside, and you picked me off the street, so thanks for giving me a place to hang out here for the next hour. We should say that Local Live is presented by Third Space Brewing. You have your home, you have your work, but everyone needs a third space. Enough from us, enough chatter. Call the neighbors, wake the kids. You're going to enjoy this one, folks. Buckle up for Milwaukee's own, our musical guest tonight, Versio Kurz.
Do you get my drift? Would you catch my vibe? Telling me something with the record spinning in the room. I didn't listen, but I heard it in between the grooves. And for the longest time, my thoughts got lost inside. Back around to my next birth. We're still sinking back into the earth. Why can't we admit to what we can see? Lie right to our faces until we believe. I'll swing around on my next move. Everything's still moving, but nobody's moved. Is a capital them covering our eyes? Total control, I think it's time to kill the powerful. They've aimed a figure eight across my chest to commemorate the constant and cannibal is well and alive. See your crescent eyes like a on the side. Cut me into, set up the divide. Call our friends and family to the celebration. Welcome to the joy you pay for your vacation. Enjoy. The machine is fine and it's working great. Let it monetize and contain. Just release yourself to the spinning gears. It's gonna feel so good to disappear. They'll give us our guts, make it free to pay. Give us energy, more than we can take. Sound the alarms and so ugly, drunken American. The mirror is lit. This is so obvious. In the shade. Yeah, it is such a shame. It's never ending. I don't wanna pick you up again. I just wanna speak your tongue. We can boil in the sun tomorrow, but tonight can't we just touch the bottom? You're so ugly, drunken American. You're so ugly, drunken American. You're so ugly, drunken American. We can pull you from the edge of our Thank you so much.
Versio Curves, everyone. This is so great. As a reminder, we're broadcasting live from Anodyne down on Walker's Point. I get to go first with my questions. So here we go. Versio Curves, I read, means basically a dog chasing in circles?
Dog chasing its tail.
Dog chasing its
In
tail?
circles, maybe.
Well, why the name?
We were just looking for something that sounded cool, and
If you Googled it,
yeah, if you
probably
Googled
only
it, you'd be
find
able
us.
to. Yeah, and that was just something that we came across, and we're like, oh, that's kind of interesting, and didn't think too much about it, because if you start thinking about band names, it's just...
There were a lot of bad choices
Yeah.
that came before, so we were like, this one seems pretty good, so let's stick with
Do you have a bad one you can share with us that you thought about
No.
calling yourself? And I read somewhere that you said what's harder, like both are really hard, naming a band and naming the song and naming an album. Because your last album, which is your sophomore album, Quit. Quit is an interesting title for a sophomore record because it's the sophomore slump. The second album sometimes is never as good as the first, but I think you've surpassed your first album. But
Thank you.
where does Quit come from?
I think the album kind of deals with just themes of quitting certain things, whether it's like habits or stuff like that. So the word itself kind of does have that negative connotation, but I think you can be utilized in different ways. So hopefully it came off that way.
Sure, absolutely. So when you recorded this album, it was in 2019, beginning of 2020, and you had every intention of releasing it in 2020, and then we all know what happened. What I think is very interesting is that you wrote this before we even knew a pandemic was going to come. So it's a joyful record, I think, for the most part. How did that affect you and your mentality and keeping the band together? Like, were you just walk us through how that all happened?
I think it gave us more time to actually perfect the songs, probably.
Yeah, we had never sat on songs for that long before, so I think it kind of gave us a little time to reflect, and you could almost get in your head a little bit too much because you're sitting on those songs for so long, and it's just like, we don't want to release it if we can't play any shows along with it and have some fun with it. So it was kind of interesting just having all this music done and then just kind of sitting on it.
Well, and you couldn't see each other. Like,
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
you could communicate and see which songs you wanted to develop more or whatever, but I think that also would have been difficult to make those decisions on which songs you would develop more and whatnot.
Yeah, I think we recorded the way a lot of people did during the pandemic. We've always kind of done that, weirdly enough. So we're always kind of just sending each other
Sending stuff
files
back,
and
yeah.
working remotely anyway. So it wasn't too big of
A change of
Change of it.
Yeah.
Your first record, though, I believe you did all on your own, and then the second one you actually went and worked with a proper producer and at Wire and Vice?
Yeah, the first record was completely self-produced, and then the second record we recorded with Daniel Holter in Milwaukee, and then we mixed and mastered it. We had professionals mixed and mastered it.
Was it hard for you to give up the the first one you did all on your own, and now somebody's telling you what can make the song better?
It was difficult, but at the same time, you kind of have to drop the ego a little bit and understand that people are good at what they do, and they've put a lot of time into how good they do what they do, and you just kind of have to sit back and let other people criticize and tweak and
take the reins a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you have a dream engineer or producer you would like to work with on your next release? Come on, it can be anyone. Brian Eno. I don't know.
Eric Valentine.
All right.
There you go.
All right, this is my final one, and then we're going to hear some more music. But you are one of the few bands that I know, well, probably the only band I know that's released 2 records, yet still had a show that you played your entire first album, and people came out in droves. Like, what inspired you to decide that was what the people wanted and needed?
Yeah, I think we just wanted to do it and give that album a little respect, because we play songs from it, but having released the second one, it was playing a lot of the new ones, so it was nice to play through the old ones, and we're excited all those people came out, honestly. So
Fantastic. All right, well, why don't we hear a little more music from Versio Curse? Thank you so much. Everybody put your hands together.
Won't you be just like me? Everything comes quick, as easy as it's going. Won't you be just like me? I'm not sure, saying the door is staying open. What if we collectively just gave up? I'm so real, you're so real. Eventually it blends, make it known. Cross your heart, hope to die. It's getting hard to be someone, but it must work out right. Hold your hands up for the made up. Everybody cry for the state of us. Won't you be just like me? I'm so you, you're so me. Won't you be just like this? Won't you be just like this? For God's sake, cut it out, cut it out, cut it out. I am not your favorite song. I am not your New Year's resolution. You're my inner monologue. You will be my execution. You've got no stories to tell. You're sinking deep in the ocean. You say I'm boring as hell. Well, that's a 9 It's making you push as you pass. It's saving face and breaking it. And all I can do is pretend everything is fine. Yeah, everything is great. So exhausted, you're so over it, I have lost it. Your head on my chest, the smoke on your breath, your tattoos are peeling off. Your body smells like napalm, midnight grows contagious. This really shouldn't take long, you feel it any second now.
Thank you so much.
Lost in your fragrance, this magnet of light is bringing me closer to the words I might love and hate, and you want me to play the part of peace, and you are war. No lines just closed, I am just bored, cold and looking for you and someone. I can't control the things I see with you, I'm not around. You have an antidote that will terrify, make me realize. Lost in your fragrance, this magnet of light is bringing me closer to the words mine love and hate, and you want me to play the part of peace, and you are war. Holy lines just closed, I am just bored, cold and looking for you and someone. I can't control the things I see when you are not around. You have an antidote that'll terrify, make me realize.
Versio occurs live here on WMSC's Local Live, coming to you tonight from the Bruce Street Anodyne here in lovely Walker's Point. Gentlemen, I would like to, for all of us to travel back to the beginning, to perhaps before the beginning. You guys, when you first came on the scene, this was about 2018, is that right? That was your first record. That was called How Are You? And you guys actually had a fair amount of hype even before you played a single show. I think, Sid, you touched on this a little bit earlier, but I have a Journal Sentinel headline here from March 2018. Versio Kurz hasn't played a show yet, but it's already one of Milwaukee's most exciting bands. That's pretty exciting. So before we get to that first show, I don't know, can you talk a little bit about getting, I don't know, a fair amount of hype very early on?
Yeah, that was shocking to us, I think, as well. I don't know. We were surprised by it. I don't know.
I mean, this was all based on the record, which had come out, in February, I believe.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I mean, the hype was, based on that. And then your actual first show, and I know this exact date. It's May 16th, 2018, and I know that because I found it on YouTube. This was your very first show, May 16th, 2018, somewhere in Franklin, I believe. Am I right?
Oh, JJ's Bar and Grill. Oh,
JJ's Bar and Grill in Franklin. So if you at home, look it up. You can find that on YouTube. You can find great burgers, and you can find their first show. Talk a little bit about that first show. You're coming on. You had all this hype from the Journal Sentinel of all places and other places, and here you are playing your first show at JJ's in Franklin.
Yes.
Talk us through that.
Well, JJ's is just is a basement venue for a lot of Milwaukee acts, but also a bunch of touring acts too, and like a lot of rock in the rock kind of scene. And that was just kind of, we wanted something to have some fun with, and reached out to JJ, and he was like, yeah, let's put a show together. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. And from there, kind of just took whatever was asked of us.
As a basement show, is there a kegger in the basement? Just wondering.
No fooling around down
They
there.
keep it classy there at JJ's.
Yes.
I know that. It wasn't soon after. I think that's later that summer. Did you play? You guys played Summerfest as well, 2018. But it was was it on the one of the Rebel stages, kind of the official, unofficial stages there at Summerfest?
By the lake, I believe, right by the rocks. And it was like the hottest day ever. Just sweating buckets
Yeah, it was
playing
about
that show.
102 that day. Josh played, I think, 2 or 3 shows that day. Yeah, you played Summerfest twice. Yeah, that's right.
Worst day of Josh's life, he says.
But fun show.
Now, how did that happen? You mentioned Josh, your drummer, yes? He played, you said 3 shows.
2 or
Talk
3.
us through, how did that happen exactly? Because I love when that happens.
Well, I think he just got booked for another one of his bands that was playing Summerfest the same day. An hour after us. So he had to run from our set to sound check at his second set that day.
Where I found all my bandmates sitting in air conditioning.
We didn't have air conditioning in our area, but they had air conditioning at theirs. So.
Now, I believe you came back to Summerfest a year or 2 later. Was it 2021?
2021, I think.
Something like that. Can you talk a little bit about just playing Summerfest in particular? And I'm always curious about how local bands kind of see the Milwaukee summer festival music scene, because it's a very busy time, I think, for live music and bands getting out there and playing a lot.
It was great to kind of graduate to a real stage for that one. It wasn't as hot that day either, I don't think. But
September, that's right.
This is September when they moved it because of COVID. So, but I don't know. That's basically.
Yeah, it was cool playing because when you're a kid, you go to Summerfest a lot. So it was a cool experience to have the opposite end of it and be on the stage. When you have a lot of memories from going to Summerfest, and then all of a sudden you get to play it, and it's a lot of fun.
And all you guys kind of grew up, like you said, kind of going to Summerfest. And I think a lot of you, I mean, did you meet in high school and kind of been playing since high school? Am I right?
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been like over 10 years now.
Yeah, we met
basically
probably my junior or senior year in high school. A lot of us met. And Josh is a couple of years younger than us, but so he was like 14 or 15 when we asked him if he wanted to play some drums. Nothing serious, but just kind of having fun in the basement and trying stuff out. And
And now here you are, yeah. So I'm glad you stuck it out and are still doing it today. Let's hear some more songs, shall we? Take it away, Versio.
Living in a new flow. what's up on display. Sometimes you're scared to see something be saved. Don't mind, it's just a tide away. You significantly wash me away. Not all my heart is here, I must confess. Spare my pride and take the rest. Not all my heart is here, I've gotta tell the truth to you. I've been split down the middle, cut right through. I want you like I did back when you did it. I want you like I did back when you did it.
Thank you so much.
For the rest of it, I'll stay. Every day's just a cheap escape. Follow orders till we're not afraid. Mantras, a hissing snake. Counting cool, but every time I strike too soon. Tradition is nothing. For the rest of it, I'll stay. Every day's just another escape. Wanna quit, but you just obey. Mantras, a spinning plate. Counting cool, but every time I strike just too true. Tradition is nothing. Come on, I gotta see. I need your message. I need to be complete. Give me some leverage. Come on, I gotta see. I need your message. I need to be complete, or else I'm finished. Over and out you're blinking. Over and out you're blinking.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, so we've got some audience questions for you. Those in the audience, you see your little note cards. If you have questions for the band, fill them out and bring them up. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
We'll go.
You've got a list of questions.
I'll do a little lightning round here because we have 17 questions. Now, we've covered some of these. How you met. Many of you met in high school. How long have you been together? About 10 years at this point. Here's one that we haven't gotten to. Who are your influences?
There's a lot, and I think there's a lot of different ones. Kyle,
I love me some Bright Eyes. Metric, it's always cool. I don't know, I've got a lot.
oh yeah, Cursive, Kevin Devine. Yeah,
Smash Mouth, apparently.
Smash Mouth. Okay, that's what I was waiting for. I was about to say a real Smash Mouth vibe that I've been picking up tonight. So thank you for finally getting to that. So here's a good one. Who is the baby or the youngest of the group?
The baby or the youngest?
Well, yeah, I guess yeah. Let's take that in two parts. Yeah.
Both are Josh, right?
Josh is the youngest.
All right, excellent. Here's a good one. How do you prepare for a show? Take us inside the pre-show prep.
Boxing matches, push-ups.
Sleep.
Yeah, we usually usually a day or two before the show, we have one practice, kind of just a run through to make sure we all remember the songs, and sometimes we don't remember the songs, and then we relearn the songs. And no real pre-show rituals. That just hanging out, yeah.
All right,
drinking some coffee, eating some pizza.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Here's a good one. A little personal, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Is anyone married? Do we have any?
Two of us are married, yes.
Oh, well, there you go. Okay.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And here's a good one. What or where? What's your favorite venue that you've played? That I suppose it could be in town here in Milwaukee or elsewhere. What's a favorite place?
I'm partial to Turner Hall, just like that one.
Turner Hall. Well, yeah, we've never played Turner Hall.
I was going to say, have you
You just
played?
like it. Yeah.
What about like a show that you have played actually? Other than JJ's, I don't want to.
You don't want to take away from JJ's.
Right, I don't.
Place in Indiana?
There's this place in Indiana we went to. It was like in an abandoned strip mall, and it was just decked out with like fake lawn flooring, like fake grass, and lots of weird tchotchkes and things.
Yeah, there was. It was like cubicles of different art projects, kind of, and that venue was really cool. Healer DIY, is it still? Yeah. All right. Yeah, Healer DIY in Indiana.
Indiana, okay.
Cool. All right. Well, I've got some questions too. This is what venue would you like to play? Would it be Turner? Go big. Go big. Come
Super
on.
Bowl.
Super Bowl. Yeah.
All right. What's your favorite album of all time from all of you? We want to hear your individual. So, Josh, you're going to have to step away from the drum set or get closer to Mike somehow. All of you are going to get closer to Mike.
Oh boy,
That's a tough question.
My favorite album of all time, easily, is "Lose" by Cymbal Z Guitars. Easily.
All right.
For me, it is a Real Boy by Say Anything. I got it when I was 10 years old, and I still like it.
For me, it changes a lot. Right now, in like the past, probably it's been in the airplane over the sea, neutral knuckle toe.
Cool.
Did I take yours? I'm sorry.
There's like a big, top 10 fighting over the spot, and most of them are ironic. So probably Empty Days and Sleepless Nights by Defeater. We'll go with that.
All right.
I'll double back down on Bright Eyes and probably say Lifted.
I like that all of you have something really individual as far as your albums go. That's really cool.
disappointed in the lack of Smash Mouth. I was waiting for. I don't even know what that record's called. I don't know.
Top 5.
Yeah.
Now, this is the serious interview question. Are you ready? Just because we already kind of know who inspires you. That was one of them, but we know your band influences. Where do you see the band in 5 years from now?
Playing right here, baby.
Trying to release the third album, probably.
Yeah, still doing what we're doing, I hope.
Yeah.
Speaking of the third album, what's the plan?
We have some songs kind of they're almost done. So we're just kind of figuring out the best way to finish them up and get them out. But yeah, it's not an album, it'll be an EP.
Hopefully
about 4
this year.
songs. Hopefully this year.
Hopefully this
Yeah. Hopefully it better be this it should be this year, but
Because we've heard songs from both of your records tonight. Have we, or are we going to hear any non-released songs tonight?
no non-release songs,
Okay.
unfortunately.
All right.
Yeah.
So this is just from your first 2 records. I'm always curious. I mean, not that you guys have been around, so long that you'd get sick of it, but do you get sick of playing any of these songs? Do you get sick of playing the hits?
I think some of the band members do. It can get a little repetitive, but we don't have a large discography, so it's.
Yeah, I don't think, and we don't play a ton of shows either. So I think we give enough space between shows to let them refresh a bit. But sometimes you just don't really want to play a song that you've played a lot.
Yeah, because I know
it comes back to you a lot sometimes. Like
we've got a song, we've got a hit coming up, I believe, in your next set. Definitely the one that I think of when I think of you guys. Recess,
my favorite.
Terrific song.
Thank you.
And do we have any more questions? Do we?
I think we can. Let's hear some more music.
Let's hear it.
Lay it on us.
Preserved in the ash, eternally
Thanks so much.
There you go. What more do you want? Yeah. No. Thank you, fellas.
Thank
Terrific
you
song.
so much.
I had a question that we've talked about you a lot tonight. Let's talk about some other folks. Who do you guys like in Milwaukee? Who should we be listening to? Who's good? Who are you listening to? Who are you guys playing with? Tell us about some of your favorite stuff going on here in Milwaukee.
We just played with Doubter twice, and we really like them.
Doubter, yep. Paper Holland.
Paper Holland, of course. North Warren.
Excuse me,
we
who are
played
you
with.
in Madison? North Warren we played with. They were a lot of fun.
Just
I mean,
Telethon.
Brave You, Telethon, yeah. Buena Cara, Josh's other band. Unitaskers, yeah. There's a lot of fun bands.
Yeah, I don't want to. Well, I'll ask it anyway. I mean, how do you? I know it's a corny question, but how do you feel about the state of the Milwaukee music scene as it is these days, and how you guys kind of fit into that?
I personally am very disconnected from it. I don't know. They would know more than me. So
I think Kyle is probably the worst person to ask about that. No offense to Kyle. But I don't know, as far as the Milwaukee music scene goes now, I think it's probably the best it's been, like, maybe ever. As far as our, like, this genre of music goes, like, we really like, I don't know, there's just so many bands as of right now that are kind of doing similar vein type stuff.
A lot of cool people, too. Just like,
Of course, the people are
fun to hang
great
out
as well.
with after.
Agreed.
That's what I was
Sorry,
hoping to
Kyle.
hear that, because I think a lot of people get stuck in this idea that the local music scene peaked when whoever's talking happened to be 25 years old, and it's been downhill ever since. So it's and I agree, it's awesome now, and you guys are a big part of that. So glad to hear it.
So how can people find you and what you're going to do next? Or you have live shows coming up? Give us the scoop.
I think we're just finishing these few songs that we have.
Yeah, no shows coming up. Yeah, basically just kind of heading to this, finishing up what we have in the studio, and then
Hopefully,
take things from
maybe
there.
something in the summer, tour of some kind.
How
Still
can
working on
people
that.
find out? Where should they look at you? On Instagram? On Facebook?
Twitter,
Instagram,
Instagram,
yeah,
Facebook,
Facebook.
MySpace.
Yeah. But yeah, our band name, you can search Versio Curves, and we're like the only thing that comes up, which is nice. So
That's why you picked it.
that's exactly. Yeah.
All right, and final question before you go into your last song. What do you love about Milwaukee?
I would say the food.
Do you have a favorite place? Like, don't just leave us hanging. Is it like a Momo Me type of thing? Is it the Diplomat? Is it the yummy Mexican food here? What is it?
Kind of a boring answer, but I think the market, it's just got everything. So
Perfect.
have to go with that.
George and I are big Bucks fans, so we're Milwaukee Bucks.
Bucks and six.
There you go.
Anybody else have answers? Come on.
Yeah, Josh has some. One second.
You love
Here
Milwaukee.
he
Let's
comes.
hear it.
I think the Milwaukee park system is one of the best in the country, and I've thought that my entire life. So thanks to everybody who keeps them up and keeps them green and beautiful.
You don't work for the park system, do you? That sounded like a real plug, but no, I'm kidding. Of course, it's fantastic. It's fantastic.
All right. So we're going to hear one more song from you guys. I can't wait to hear it. Seriously, thank you for playing my favorite song, Recess. I was excited to hear it.
Thank you.
Catching your yeah, I'm just a name you can't recall. Take debt to all my monuments, laugh loud and watch them fall. It's cool, that's the way it goes. Let some billion leader goes. Get in your costume, play the role, look for your name when the credits fall. Me and you, I think it's clear we're dying. I've been so hypnotized and I wanna let you know I forget what they're saying. Paraphrasing, but this is basically, yeah. I'm jumping up there. You said that you'd come away. I'm just another man. Just a person away.
Thank you guys so much.
Versio occurs, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, everyone here tonight at Anodyne. Versio occurs. You can find their music on Bandcamp. You can find it on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you stream your favorite music. Tonight's edition of Local Live was broadcast and live streamed here from Anodyne and Bruce Street in Walker's Point. Local Live is a production of 91.7 FM WMSE, produced by Matt, that's me, and Sid, that's her. Audio and video engineering by Neverland Productions. All graphics by Urtrock Design. Band hospitality by the always fantastic Transfer Pizza. I think they deserve their own hand, absolutely. Local Live is presented by Third Space Brewing. You have your home, you have your work, but everyone needs a third space. Let's give one more big round of applause for tonight's group, Versio occurs. Thank you again, gentlemen.
Find upcoming guests and archives of past Local Live segments at WMSE.org and tune in again next Tuesday at 6 p.m. for another in-studio session. And stay tuned for more info about our next Local Live from Anodyne happening on April 4th. Thank you so much for all coming.
Thank you.
And now we throw it back to Midnight Radio happening at WMSC 91.7 FM.